Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Daily Soulful Learning. It is great to be together with you. Would you rather be a frog or would you rather be a horse? Let me first tell you the story of a frog, and then I'm going to tell you the story of a horse. And we are just 27 days away before Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. And getting the answer to this question is vital if we want to make sure that next year will be the most transformational year yet. A bunch of scientists did an incredible study with a frog. They took a frog and they put it in a boiling pot of water. The frog immediately jumped out, saving its life, not wanting to die in the boiling pot of water. Then the scientists took the same frog and put it in a cold pot of water. The frog sat there very comfortable, and slowly, in small measurements, they started to raise the temperature, little by little by little by little. And the frog wouldn't move, get very comfortable. All of a sudden, until the water was at a boiling point, and the frog was still sitting there comfortable, until the frog was boiled to death. This incredible study highlights how we can take on habits that may not be good, may be detrimental, but with time, the habits become normal. So many of us become frogs, where we've taken on habits and we've become used to it. It's become status quo. It becomes who we are, even though we know in our core, in our gut, that these habits are things that are getting in the way of us maximizing the experience of life. Let me tell you the story of a horse. The horse is what we all want to be. There was a young family that once came to the Alter Rebbe, the founder of the Chabad movement, crying. They said that our son has made new friends, not the greatest. Our son has taken on new habits, not the greatest, and we don't know what to do. Our son's life is going upside down, and as much as we speak to him, nothing moves, nothing goes. Save our son, please. The Rebbe said that when your son passes through Liozna, the town that he lived in, tell him to come and visit. This young man, a few months later, was riding his horse, and he passed through the city of Liozna, and he listened to his parents. He parked his horse in front of the synagogue, knocked on the door, came on in, and asked for a private audience with the Alter Rebbe. Sitting down, the Alter Rebbe asked him, "How did you get here?" He said, "By horse." He says, "What type of horse did you come with?" He says, "Oh, a very expensive horse." He says, "Very expensive?" He says, "Absolutely. The horse that I have is the most expensive horse that money can buy." The Alter Rebbe looks at this young man and says, "Why would you choose to spend so much money on a horse?" He says, "Listen, if you spend a lot of money on a horse, you get a quick horse. And if you spend a little money on a horse, you get a very slow horse." So the Alter Rebbe asked him, "Why would you want to get such an expensive, fast horse?" He says, "What do you mean?" "Because whenever you want to know where you want to go, you get there quickly." The Alter Rebbe looks at this young man and says, "That's true. But what if you go on the wrong path? What if you take the wrong turn? Because you are in such a quick horse, you will get lost further and deeper much more quick." This young man looks at the Alter Rebbe and says, "That's a good point. But just like you will get lost quicker, the moment that you notice that you're on the wrong path, you can turn around, and with the same quickness, you can get back on the right path." The Alter Rebbe sat there, looking at this young man, smiling, and with time, the young man, it resonated. He understood the message that the Alter Rebbe wanted him to hear. Inside every single one of us, we have a very young and fast and expensive horse. We have talents and skills and abilities. And a lot of times we take these energies and it brings us to the wrong path in life. But never forget that inside we have that fast horse. We don't need to go and look and find and search for answers somewhere else. The horse we have inside. The month of Elul reminds us, don't be like a frog. Don't get stuck in the old habits until we boil over. Dig in and discover that fast, quick horse, those energies that have always been a source of blessing in our lives, and re-tap into it, rediscover it, and rebuild with it. My dear friends, it's time to saddle up that horse. We got 27 days left till the high holidays. Let's make this year 5786 the most blessed and transformational year yet. But we got to do the first step. Get on that horse. Let's turn it around and let's get going. Gallop forward towards the right path. And together, we're going to make this year an incredible year. To be continued.